Hello and welcome to Doerhrm Copy Talks that talks in real time with you on education and business. Well, on today's show, we are actually going to talk about let's build a strong and winning culture. Well, what is so important about this culture anyway? Why does so many leaders pay attention onto building this culture? And more so today, we are actually talking about winning culture. Well, before we dive deeper, let's look at the end goal that we want by having this culture. Now, the end goal for this organization, of course, it is actually the success, am I right? Now, for many people, for many organizations, this definition of success is actually different from one person to another person, from one organization to another organization. Well, William, can I just check with you, what is your definition for success means to you?
For success, for me, success is when I have a group of committed and efficient team members and the company is making profit. Yeah.
Yes, that's very good. Now, for some company, it will be a growth of probably 50%. And for one of my another company is also a startup, which we actually started back in 2018. The goal for this year is actually a growth of 80%. Wow. So there is success for that companies. Well, many companies will have a different, I would say, end in mind. Now, whose responsibility is it, William, do you think, to make this a success for the organization?
Of course, it's the leader themselves.
Yes, you are right. The leader. And now, in order for this leader to be able to make this success to happen, obviously, they need this thing called strategy. Am I right?
That's true.
Okay, now allow me to share screen so that I can share this diagram to you all. How does this relationship actually kind of look like? Well, you are able to see my screen, right? Now, this leadership is actually at the right bottom as a foundation to support how to actually achieve this success. Now, in order for us to achieve this success, obviously, we need this strategy. You may ask, what is strategy actually? Well, strategy actually defining how to achieve the success, how to do it. Whereas, what is the important link, right, is actually this culture in between leadership and the strategy. Now, this culture is actually talking about if you're actually having this positive culture, meaning we are actually going to have the right positive behavior and attitude of the people. Yeah. So with this positive attitude and characters of this group of people, yes, we will be able to achieve this strategy. But what happens if you are actually having this negative culture where people tend to be more gossiping, tend to be more kind of taking on their own business, not really care about the whole teamwork? Well, seriously, that will actually will not be able to help the company very much to achieve the strategy. Am I right? Now, the next thing is, from here we can see culture is actually very important. It's actually to support the strategy, how to achieve the success. And with that, there's one common saying, from a very famous, I would say, guru in this modern management. His name is Peter Drucker. Well, Peter Drucker actually said, culture eats strategy breakfast. From here, you can see how important it is. Without a good culture as foundation, we will not be able to make this strategy happen. Why? Because strategy simply is just how to do it. Whereas the culture, it is actually providing the execution, the action from the team to how to actually achieve this success. So now for this, there will be a 6 component of a characteristic for this culture. And the number one, everyone to understand why their work matters. Well, why is that so important? Because the moment everybody knows their contribution is actually important, everybody will be able to align their creativity, their motivation, and also focus toward this accomplishment of greater purpose. Okay, what is this greater purpose? It is something go beyond themselves. That is, what is their contribution to make the world a better place from their contribution? Of course, we cannot be only talking about how to make the world a better place without taking care of ourselves, am I right? So it is very important to tag everybody understand by doing that, how it actually matter to the world, as well as what is in it for them. Yeah. So with that, just wish to share one thing actually just happened recently. One of my high performing sales engineer, he actually had a one-on-one meeting with me. He simply asked me, Mr. Ng, recently I'm actually become complacent already. Now, what do you think I can do so that I can actually become more aggressive? What do you think if I start buying things like a house or a car that I like, whereby driving the car, right, will make me feel like 7'8". I say, why not? But you got to be clear the consequences of buying a house and also the reason of buying a car. If you know it very well, since you are an engineer, you know the max. Yeah. So after the calculation of appreciation and depreciation of asset, then you can just go ahead. Yeah. So that is how we got to tag our this reason why is that matter for our guys. Now the next characteristics is actually value. Value must be practiced throughout the organization. Well, what sort of value is actually important for your companies? Now, I do not know, but for my organization, they are actually these few things is very, very important. Now, let me share it with y'all. Let me share it with y'all. What is actually matter with our group? They are actually it is actually in a short form we call it Israel. Now, it starts from integrity. It is actually about we are honest, open, ethical, fair, and people trust us to stick to our words. And we honor our commitment and accountable for our action, successes, and failure. So that is actually about our integrity. So having the integrity means without people watching us, that is how we do things. So that is actually integrity. Now, and the next thing is actually teamwork. And the teamwork, we actually advocate to work with this family spirit. And we cooperate and we provide constructive feedback, and we also go the extra mile to support each other in all kinds of situations and with empathy. So that is teamwork mean to us in our company. And the next thing is actually about service. And in service, we stress that we should have fun in serving our customer and partner, and speedy, responsive helpfulness, that they like to tell their friend about us. Better still, we are able to create, wow, the service from us are so good, So that is something that we are actually striving for with our value. And the next thing is actually respect. Well, for this respect, we actually stress that we need to first seek to understand by listening to our team or to the customer. Then, only then, communicate to be understood. So that is actually respect to us. So first by listening, then communicate what is our concern. And the next thing will be excellent. Yes, we say we want to do things really, really well to a class above, to excel and exceed our expectation to win. And the next thing is accountability. We choose the responsible attitude to rise above our circumstances and demonstrate the ownership necessary to align daily activity for achieving the targeted result. So that is actually accountable for our task, for our result, and as well as responsibility, of course. Now, the next thing is, as the foundation for our success, it is the leadership. Now, for this leadership, we actually say that we got to be courageous, passionate, to energize, engage, and inspire others to continuously making improvement to shape a better future and be the leader in our expertise. And it starts from not others, start from ourselves. So that is something that we actually believe in, and it's actually listed in our our system, and we communicate it daily. So that is the value, and we believe by doing this, we will be able to create this trust and this environment where everybody's will have a better accountabilities. So, and the third characteristic is actually this: all activities provide real value to the customer. Okay, what does it mean? It means for the product and services which we actually deliver to our client, we're going to make sure it is able to resolve the issue of our these customers. And during the delivery of our this solution, we could do, beside ensuring the value, we could be ensuring elimination of wastage to make sure it is actually being carried out efficiently and effectively. So that is the thing. And the next thing is people role match up with their passion and capabilities. Well, this is, to us, is actually something very important. Why? Because we believe matching a person, what they're actually good at, with what they actually love to do. And we believe by being able to match this, right, our team will become dramatically more creative and productive. So this is actually number 4. All right, number 4. And number six is actually very important for the team grow and flourish without dependency on individual leaders. Well, what is so, and how to actually achieve this? The leader need to actually actively taking the initiative to delegate the responsibility as well as the authority, so to empower the team. For what? To be able to make decision. How to actually carry out their task and resolving the issue. And of course, the next very important thing is how to actually align to company mission, vision, and also the value. And the last thing, of course, achieving the company bottom line, the result, the growth for some company, the profitabilities. So this will be the some of the things that is very, very important for a company to have this high performing culture. Well, just now we have actually talked about, in order for us to actually have this culture, high performing culture, leadership is actually by far the most important. Can I just ask you one question, William? A leader, is it born or need to develop or develop?
Of course, it is. It needs to be developed. All these are all on the soft skill.
Yeah, you're right. And seriously, I have actually seen many I would say new recruit that actually joining an organization where they are actually being put under a very a very good training program as well as coaching process. They have actually grown with a lot of good leadership quality in them. Some of them, to name a few, things like initiative, things like being proactive, things like ability to resolve the challenges on a daily basis. Now, the next thing I would like to share is actually by using two companies to kind of describe how is this leadership, culture, strategy, and success is actually being successfully applied in this company called Zoom. Zoom is actually something that we actually use it on a daily basis. Now, what's the reason that I'm actually taking Zoom as a company, as an example to talk about? What do you think, William? A company before pandemic, their revenue was somewhere around 200 million. Seriously, 200 million in terms of their revenue. And right now, per quarter, meaning every 3 months, their revenue actually multiplied by 5 times. That is 1,000 million.
Wow, that's impressive.
5 times. Can we regard this company as high performing company or not?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Now, just to share with you, how did they able to do it? Okay, one very important thing that they're actually doing it, right? I've been reading this story, especially how they run the business. Now, their managers in the morning, they will actually start the day by updating the numbers. Okay, what sort of number do you think they are actually updating? Number one, the sales numbers, of course, the sales number and also the numbers of the pipeline. All right. So by updating these numbers, the managers also helping the team how to set the right goal and helping the team, supporting the team, how to actually achieving those goals. So these are the main thing for this company to do it. Yeah. So by doing this on a daily basis, seriously, this is a very, very powerful way to get the team to become result oriented. And these are the things that we have also followed suit. Why after actually 3 years ago, when we first started come to know on how to building up this high performance culture, I've been making a lot of mistakes. Now, throughout the years, for the past 3 years, this journey, I have learned to get the team getting ready in the morning before the start of their work day. Yeah, getting ready to share what is the planning and to see what is the progress, as well as what do they actually have any challenges or not. So from there, we will actually help them to resolve. So in this way, we are able to get things move. And this is one. And on a weekly basis, we are actually getting the team to look at this progress by using a tool called OKR, Objective Key Result, where it is actually a tool helping the team to measure and track the progress, progress of the key result that matter for the team to achieve the objective. Okay, now, and this is actually one of the things that Zoom actually doing it, where we're actually doing the same. Now, another thing Zoom actually doing is celebrate. They are actually having this frequent celebration when they are actually achieving the sales target. Now, how do they actually celebrate? I actually see one of their they're actually putting a gong inside this sales lobby. No, the moment they actually achieve the sales target, right, they will actually go and hit the gong once, boom, So there's a signal that the whole company has actually achieving the sales target. Well, what a way to celebrate, am I right? So that has actually inspired me, probably to put something similar in our sales room. All right. Now, beside this, of course, there are still many things that this company are actually doing. I'm not going to list out every single thing here, but I would like to share one very, very important chart here. Probably let me share the screen so that you all can see another round on this screen. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, now as you all can see, this is actually the slide that actually talk about the vision, mission of a company and the value. Now, from here, this vision, mission actually lay down the long-term vision of the company. Where is this organization going to head to? Okay, and they come up with this strategy. Yeah, this strategy actually about what goal is important for the organization to achieve, and it will be further cascade down to how to actually achieve it with the strategic objective, and by using OKR to measure and track it. And the next thing is, of course, the performance management. Just like what I just mentioned, it is actually very important for any company to go and measure and track and look for corrective actions along the way, yeah, so that we are able to close the gap if we are actually lagging behind. And leading, let's celebrate with what? Celebration. Okay, now so some of you all probably party for our company, a nice lunch, a nice dinner, yeah, and probably for our sales, the outperforming salesperson, right? And this month, we actually foresee we have another colleague actually achieving this outstanding sales champion of the month. Well, he will get additional 500 as this incentive. Well, the next thing is, as you can see, all these things, right, will come down to what is the initiative, task, and the milestone. And this further in detail, you can actually see it in our these tools which we actually provide. Oh, by the way, we are actually a software company specializing in this, I would say, performance management. And we kind of right now develop into a full-fledged of human resource management software. Well, the detail for these functions, right, I wish to actually get my colleague William to kind of come in and share so that I can drink a sip of water. Yes, William, pass to you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Ng, for the sharing on the company strategy. How is it being aligned and all? Yes, seriously, this is very important. All right, so the things that I'm going to share today is known as this SAP. A lot of people thought that when I talk to the clients or the managers, they ask me, William, what is this SAP? Is it a software? Actually, this SAP stands for Strategic Action Planning. Yes, it is within our software system. Okay, so what is this SAP all about? It is a framework that company plan out what they want to achieve for long-term and short-term. Okay, what are the relevant short-term goals that we need to do in order to help us achieve this long-term vision? Okay, so this SAP actually helps us to provide a clear structure of the company direction and what they want to achieve and focus into. All right, so I will actually share a few of my slides. Allow me to share my screen just a moment.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Can you see my screen here?
Oh yeah, yes, William.
All right, so basically, under this strategic action planning, it consists of 5 elements. So the first one, which is known as this vision. Vision provides companies a clear direction and clarity of the company future, what they want to become in future, in a long-term basis. So whenever we set our vision, it should be something which is ambitious and achievable. It is something more than just monetary value, something really meaningful for the company. All right. So I wish to share one example of NASA. Previously, one of their vision. Mr. Ng, maybe can you guess what is their vision? You'll be very surprised.
Oh, at one time, I remember, I read this before.
Oh, okay.
One time, before they managed to send anyone landed on the moon before, and that was one of their vision or their mission. They want to get people to land on the moon.
Okay. Actually, the thing I want to share is something similar, but something more ambitious than this. They want to get the people land to the heaven.
oh man.
So this was one of their vision. All right. Okay. So yes, it is something ambitious, but is it achievable But for me, I'm not too sure. But for them, maybe this seems like something which is achievable. Okay. All right. So basically, this is for the vision. The second thing, which is known as this mission. Mission actually talks about the present, about now, what the company needs to do now. Okay. So there's 3 questions we need to ask, whenever we develop this mission. The first thing is, what do we do today? Second thing is, for whom do we do it? Third thing, which is, what is the benefit of us to do this thing? All right. So basically, this mission will actually be contributing toward the vision in the long run. Okay. So the next thing, which is known as the core value, like just now, Mr. Ng have shared on the core value of the company, which is similar to this: integrity, teamwork, services, respect, and all. Okay. It is actually a small set of general guiding principles that brings up the culture and the priorities of the company when they are carrying out their duties from time to time. Okay. All right. The next thing is that after company have actually established their vision, mission, and core values, the next thing is that they need to plan out their focus area. Okay, after having all the clear directions, what are the strategic plan we need to do in order to focus and achieve our purpose? Okay, so here's some of the example of focus area, like aggressive growth, modernizing and innovation, and embracing technology. Okay, so after we have set up our focus area, the next part is to break it down even more detail. In order to achieve our growth, what are the relevant tasks or initiatives we need to do? Okay, so for example, like we will need to expand through social media for our product and services. This is the first thing. Second thing is to secure projects from the government agencies. All right, so basically this is for the focus area and initiative. So from here you can see in our Doerhrm system, company leaders is able to set their strategy and their vision, long-term and short-term vision, everything accordingly. But what is still far more important is the execution part. Okay, for the execution part, this OKR, which is known as objective and key result, will actually come in place. So for this, we have actually shared on this Wednesday. You can actually check back on the video if you wish to explore more on what is this OKR all about. All right. So the next thing I wish to share is on this part. It is actually on the cascading down from the company focus area into the initiative, and how is it actually break down into the task, into the strategy. How can we actually track our progress? All right. So from here, at one glance, you can see, for example, like our initiative is to focus into partnering program, and then our milestone is to acquire 10 partners. And currently, what is our progress? Okay. And the second progress here, everything will be shown clearly in our Doerhrm system. Yeah. So basically, this is everything regarding to sharing. Okay, Mr. Ng.
Okay, thank you so much, William, for this sharing. Well, let's see. Is there any questions from our this audience? Yep. Any? Okay. Well, so far we have not been receiving feedback from the from the audience. Well, tell you what. If you're actually interested to explore more, you are always welcome to contact us, and you can visit our this website www.doerhrm.com, or give us a call at 019-212-6951 and to look for William Chang. William Chang is actually our performance coach. He will be able to assist you from here. Yeah. Now, I think that's about all for today. Yeah. I would say thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone.
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yep. See you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.